Hey everybody, WhySoWookie here. In this video we're going to take a look at the Pubg patch notes for update 22.1. We're finally getting the Pubg Bears, which was planned for the previous update but got delayed, but we're getting them in this one. So let's take a look at all the different changes. So the first thing to look at is when we'll be able to play this update. So it's out on the Pubg PC test servers right now, and it'll be launched onto the live servers on February the 15th. And for console, it'll be the week later on February the 23rd, so not too long to go to wait now. The map service feature is rotating, and in normal matches, you're going to have Arangal, Murmur, Tego, Samak and Karakin with the featured map as Vikendi. That's the Asia region because they still have a featured map. And then for the other regions, you're going to have Arangal, Murmur, Destin, Karakin and Vikendi. So Tego's coming out for European and North American regions. We're getting Destin back, which is great. It's kind of still crazy to me that Destin keeps getting taken out, even though it's like the newest like full map. Finally, anybody who's earned that Origin 12 shotgun skin from the Phoenix crates will be able to use that. And also one of my favourite maps, Karakin, is also back in the game as well. And then for console, it's the same basically on there. Tego does remain in, but just for ranked. So the big new feature for a world feature is the new creature, the bear. The lumbering pack of malice has awoken from hibernation and is ready to blow up bloody winds on the battlegrounds. Introduce a new creature only available on Vikendi, the bear. The bears may look soft to touch, but they'll never be a friendly neighbourhood pet, so make sure to flee or fight back if you wish to keep all your body parts intact. Bears can be killed. Bears will begin to attack if you are within a certain range. Bear warning signs have been added throughout the map as well, so there's a little yellow signs to see if the to let you know bears are in the vicinity. Bear kill and damage will not affect your profile overview and stats, and bears are only available in Vikendi, both normal and custom. The next major change, also Vikendi change, is the return of the Moonlight weather pattern. And it gives you the Aurora Borealis as well as the moon, and it just gives a different feel to the map. It's not a true night mode because it's not pitch black, but really there's no way for PUBG to implement something like that because it would mean having to have street lights on every single road, lights in all the buildings and such. They kind of got away with it in Haven because it was set in like a city, so that it made sense there was a lot of street lights and stuff, but like out in a field really it would be pitch black in reality. So this is a good compromise, and it is a lot harder to see people, and it makes something like the thermal scope, which we'll talk about in a minute, even more relevant. Currently only available in Vikendi, but hopefully we'll see it in other maps soon. Then, like I was saying, the new thermal scope, just like when they tested it in a PUBG Labs like absolutely ages ago, the thermal scope, it's a 4x variant, so it's got the same optical zoom as a 4x scope. But also obviously gives you the thermal signature. So as you can see here, it highlights the player, and then it kind of gives a weird contrast between the foreground with the player in the background. So although it's easy to pinpoint players over larger distances because of the way it pixelates and stuff, you can miss it. And obviously other things can cause it as well, like fire sometimes on vehicles will also cause this kind of reaction and stuff like that. I never personally thought they were OP when they were in the labs mode, because when you're looking super far away, the usability of the thermal 4 scope is basically that 4 scope range. The 6 scope and the out scope can massively outrange it, but yeah, some people didn't like it, but obviously they took the feedback and have decided to go with it, so I'm looking forward to using this again. Currently it's only available in Vikendi, training mode, normal matches and custom. And again, hopefully in the future, if they add more of these night kind of moonlight modes to other maps, they'll spread out the thermal scope into other maps as well. I also hope that another couple of features from Vikendi, the repair kits, I hope they make their way into the other maps as well, because I've been having good fun repairing my helmet and my vest throughout the game, and yeah, I think it adds to the game quite a lot. They've also got additional updates, so supply drops have now been added to Vikendi caves. To make the recently added natural disasters a bit more realistic, smoke and flame from throwables such as smokes and molotovs will no longer work properly in the blizzards. Alright, so if you throw a smoke or a molotov, I think you get the initial explosion with the molotov, but then it just dies straight away. Yeah, that's basically what it says there. And they've also improved the folded shields so they're more visible on the floors to hopefully increase the usage of them. They've improved the item spawn spots for train station, villa, castle and winery to make it better looted in those areas. Karakin, they made a small adjustment, adjusted footsteps and sounds when surface / underground so they can be more distinct. Alright, so if there's a tunnel under where you currently stood, it should be a little easier to detect that it's under and not above. They've done some weapon balances, predominantly around the Mark 12, so it's lost a point of damage, the bullet velocity is reduced slightly, the recoil recovery is also reduced, and the recoil speed is actually increased. So a bit of a nerf there on the Mark 12 overall. Obviously the reduction in bullet velocity will make it harder to like trace people, and you know, you'd have to lead your shots a little bit more, and a little bit damage will mean you probably have to hit them more as well. They've adjusted the general spawn rates between 5.56 and 7.62 weapons, ARs, DMRs and LMGs only, to have them share similar spawn rates, and that will provide more primary weapon options to our players. Okay, and that's applied to every single map. The Zima has been slightly sized up. Vehicle models with open roofs such as the UAZ, Murado and pickup truck have been removed as they made driver/passengers a bit too vulnerable. Okay, so they've got rid of the convertibles. That's an interesting one actually, because I always thought that was just part and parcel of the game. If you've got a convertible, you would look to upgrade to a better version of the vehicle. It's interesting that they're just full on taking them out. I couldn't understand that in like a ranked mode scenario, but in casual play, I'm not too sure. Dacias and UAZ will now spawn in Tego. Okay, interesting. Trucks have been added to the pickup truck. Trunks have been added to the pickup trucks and UAZ. Okay, cool. An option to hide your in-game vest and belt has been added in the settings. Okay. Yeah, so you can now hide those. Known issue. So we're looking into the issue where the sounds of vehicles and certain weapons do not play on the Xbox platform. Yeah, so this happens quite a lot actually. Sometimes you'll get in a vehicle yourself and you'll be driving along in pure silence and you can't hear the vehicle at all, which isn't too bad because it just doesn't deafen you if you're on a long drive. But it's incredibly annoying when it happens and it's an enemy vehicle and you just run across a field, you don't hear a car, and then all of a sudden you just get ploughed down. It's super annoying. They really need to fix that. Obviously the start of season 22 ranked is going to begin as well, and also at the beginning of the season, if you've participated in 21 ranked, you'll get your rewards there as well. They've made some adjustments to custom matches for the intense battle royale, so you can have a minimum players of 2 and a max of 16, and they've done, you know, a bunch of performance and bug fixes, which as usual we'll not go through all of those because there's usually too many, but again in the description of the video I'll leave a link to the patch notes here so you can check out to see if any of your most annoying bugs have been fixed. Obviously the most annoying one for me is that car silence thing, and they're still investigating that, so hope to hear about that one soon. But that's it for this update. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, consider liking and subscribing to see more. Wookie out.